the Glad Scientist, and I love art.
Yes, you do.
So today I have a special guest.
Hi, I'm Walimu.
You might know her. And also, we are going to be doing Class 2, and this time the subject is the next element of art, shapes.
Ooh. But first, we need to make sure we have everything we need to be successful, right?
Yes. For this class, you'll need a pencil, your art journal. I have this.
My art journal. Okay. What if they don't have an art journal? What can they use?
You can just use a scratch paper paper. Basically, all you need is paper or something to write on.
Okay.
And then beginning draft of flamboyant.
What we started last week.
Yes.
So your flamboyant, what you started last week. Okay.
And your favorite colors. That's optional.
Yes, and you have lots of them
Yes,
here.
I have lots of
We
colors.
won't really get into colors, but if you want, that's optional.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's get started.
Let's get started. So I think we should probably first review from last week.
Yes. Let's review. So we're going to share the screen. All right. So can anyone tell me these kinds of lines? So the first one is...
Let's see. This one here. This could be, and remember, lines can be more than one thing, right?
Yeah, but...
Yeah, so this one can be short. And it could also be, what else? Straight. And also be horizontal.
Yes.
And thin. Yes. Okay. What about this funky looking one?
It could be an angle.
But that's not a type of line.
Yeah.
It is an angle, but what type of line is it?
A bent line.
Bent line. I bet Nkosi knows. I bet Nkosi is watching and he knows that this is a bent line.
Yeah.
What about this one?
And then it's a zigzag line.
Zigzag line.
You kind of see it in cranes because we just saw a crane today and it had a zigzag.
Yes, we can talk about that. Yes, how many times do we see these types of lines out in the world? Yeah. And what about this one? What is this called?
That is a spiral.
Is that how it goes?
Yeah. Spiral line.
Okay, and then this one.
The wavy line you see in ocean. Okay, let's do the wave.
We saw it today as well when we were driving around one of the routes.
In the ocean.
Yes. And then
we drove around the beach.
Yes, we did not go to the beach. We did drive around the beach. And then what is this?
A curvy line or an arc.
Line. Oh, and I think this one is your favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Is this your favorite?
It's the freeform line.
And this one, where did we see this one?
You can actually see that in the street. The yellow lines or the white lines in the middle, that's the dash line.
Mm-hmm. And then this is the same as that, similar, right?
Yeah, it's the short
horizontal line. Yeah. So very nice. So that's the short line.
So this does not have all the types of lines because we're missing the long line, the diagonal line, the thick line, the horizontal line, and the vertical line.
Mm-hmm. But it has a lot of them. So we want to see how many have seen these lines in nature. Like, I wonder who has seen some of these lines with what they're doing. And if you see these lines in art, now that you are an artist, they can see these lines in art, right?
At the end of this class, a prize, you'll be getting a break.
Is that true?
Nah.
No, it's not. Okay. So today, that was what we discussed last week, right? And what is the discussion for this week for the type, for the element?
Today we are going to be discussing shapes.
Shapes. I love shapes. I think shapes are my favorite element. of
Yeah.
art. I think so. I think the
Color is fine. But
Color is yours? Okay.
No,
We haven't gotten there yet, but shape is my favorite. So, what is a shape? What is a shape?
a shape is an area defined by a line that begins and ends at the same point. Shapes are also two-dimensional.
What does that mean? Two-dimensional.
Yeah, that's just a fancy old way of saying. That's just a fancy way of saying lines connecting to create a cloud space.
So it's when lines come together and close the space. Okay, but what does it mean to be two-dimensional? What does that mean?
Two-dimensional means you only have two
Dimensions.
dimensions.
And what are they?
They are the length and the width.
Okay.
Width.
And they are usually what kind of shapes?
Flat.
Flat shapes.
That's just a fancy way of saying flat, y'all.
I don't know who this person is. I don't know what that is. Okay. So two-dimensional just means a flat shape. And there are many kinds of flat shapes. Can you name some shapes? I wonder if they can name. I bet Anna can name some shapes.
Yeah.
Yes, and I bet Arabella and
Okay,
Ariel can name
Ethan.
some shapes. Yep. And I bet Isaiah and Cheyenne.
And London.
I bet they can name some shapes. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the different kinds of shapes we see in art, right?
So there are two types of shapes. There are the organic shapes or the geometric shapes.
The what kind of shapes?
Geometric.
Okay.
Organic shapes are freeform shapes. They're kind of like an abstract art, like
that? Is that how it goes? Is that
yeah.
how it goes? Okay. Maybe we shouldn't poke our pencil around there. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
You know, they're
Okay.
freeform.
Okay.
They do whatever they want to do.
Okay.
And geometric shapes are real shapes
Mhm.
that have a name.
Oh, okay. 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 So these are some
Like
examples.
triangles
Mm-hmm.
and squares and
Is that a square?
circles.
Oh, okay.
And diamonds.
Oh my. Okay. Okay. Okay.
So yeah.
Those are those type of shapes. Okay. And so what, when we look at art, what are some examples of shapes that we can see? I wonder if they know some examples we can see.
So there are, those are the geometric shapes. So let's name them.
Okay.
The first one you see is a circle, class. Write down circle in your notebook.
Wait, who is this? All these characters. Okay.
It's the new teacher.
That's a circle. Okay. And we know this is an
Oval.
okay.
An oval is stretched out. It is like a circle, but it's stretched out.
Okay. Okay. And then we have here, what shape has three sides?
A triangle, an equilateral triangle to be exact.
Hmm.
We'll go deeper into that in geometry and math, which is her job. So
Okay.
let's move on to the next shape.
Okay. Okay. And we know this try. Anytime we see try at the beginning of a word, it means what?
It means three,
Three.
like a tricycle has 3 wheels.
Can we get MiMi back, please? This voice is freaking me out. Okay. And what about this one?
That is a square.
Okay. And then this is, well, it's named trapezium here. What do we usually call it?
We just call it a
A
trapezoid.
trapezoid, a trapezium. Okay. Oh, this is.
And then is the diamond.
like that, just like that. Okay. And then this is a,
Rhombus.
Which
It
looks
is
like a-
like a diamond,
but it's tilted.
but it is also tilted or kind of sort of stretched out.
Mhm.
Like the oval and the circle.
Okay. let's get MiMi back, please.
Alright.
Yes. And then
They
this,
are back.
and this one is,
A parallelogram.
okay. What does that mean? Parallel. I've heard that word
A
before.
square is a parallelogram.
Okay.
Parallel means 2 lines just going and going and going, and they never correct, and they go on until infinity.
I remember Cheyenne knew that last week. Cheyenne
Mhm.
told us about that last week. Okay. And then this one is,
A rectangle, which
Rectangle.
is also a parallelogram.
okay. So those are all the 4-sided shapes. And then we have,
A pentagon.
and we know the prefix pent
Here are the
means-
gons, people.
Here comes the gons. Here comes
Yeah.
the gons. And the pentagon has how many?
A pentagon has, well, let's start. Hint means 5.
Hint means 5.
Yeah.
Whenever you see
Basically means
Pent,
5.
like
means
the
5.
Pentagon in DC. Okay. And then this one,
The hexagon means 6.
6 sides. Okay.
And then the heptagon, guess what that means?
I'm going to go out on a limb here and say 7.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And then the octagon, like an octopus, I just gave you a hint there,
Mhm.
it means 8.
Where have we seen? What do we see an octagon?
That is actually red like the stop sign.
Okay. And then this one.
A nonagon.
That's a funny way.
I've always liked that name. It gives me the bunny teeth. A nonagon.
A nonagon. Nonagon.
Nonagon.
Nonagon. How many sides does a nonagon have?
A nonagon has 9 sides.
Okay. And then the last one,
A decagon.
a decagon. So we're going to pause for a second and
I have a whole song I made up for them.
oh my, I'm not ready.
Hold that up again.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh, is this how it goes? Okay.
First there's a pentagon, then comes a hexagon, then there's a heptagon, then there's an octagon, then there's an onagon, then there's a decagon. Those are the ways to count to 10. Starting by 5.
I was about to say because
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah!
we're going to stick to art. Okay? We're going to stick to visual art. Okay? All right. Yes. So, what should we do there, Mimi, with those shapes? Perhaps.
So,
Which 3 are your favorite? Let's pull it up again.
It's not on there, but my 3 favorite is a diamond, a heart, and a star.
Okay.
The heart and the star aren't on there. but
Okay.
those are my 3
So,
favorite
everybody
shapes.
can draw their 3 favorite geometric shapes. So we can see what
On
they
their
are.
journal.
Okay. On your paper.
Don't tell people.
We'll wait to see.
All right, let me just. All right, those are the types of ones.
3
Wait a minute.
type of shapes here. Okay.
All right.
I'm going to try to draw mine so that they kind of connect a little bit.
I don't know
One
how I'm
piece.
gonna draw a star.
Okay. And then I'm going to.
I'm gonna start with a star.
This out. Okay. Oh. You know who drew some great geometric shapes last time? Isaiah. Genius Isaiah drew some great shapes, and so did Genius Xavier. They drew some great shapes, geometric shapes. They didn't even know about the elements yet. We have some great artists.
I shall like to meet these artists,
Yes.
the so-called talented artists.
Yes, Genius Landon and Genius Ian did too. They had some great shapes. And there's so you're drawing a star. I'm going to share.
Oh
mine
my
to
god,
see.
this looks so horrible.
We never speak that way with our art, right?
Yeah.
Yes, we speak positively. So I have my 3 shapes there. Can anybody identify what my 3 shapes are? What do you think? You ready?
Oh, I know, a rectangle, a square, and a triangle.
Yes, I have a square and a triangle. I was going for the parallelogram with the slant. See how I drew a diagonal line? So I was trying to go with the parallelogram, but yes, I have my 3 shapes there.
All right.
What did you decide to draw?
I drew a star, a heart, and a diamond.
Okay.
And I'm going to draw them all in a picture at the bottom here.
I wonder what
at the
everyone
end of this
else
class. Don't rush me.
what everyone else will draw. Okay, so those are our geometric shapes. And we'll see. I wonder what they're drawing at home. What they'll draw. And what about the organic shapes?
Okay. These are organic shapes. The freeform shapes!
So what type of lines do you use to form the freeform shapes?
Freeform.
Freeform lines. Okay. So
So you can only draw one freeform shape if you want, or 3.
you can draw 3 different freeform shapes. Yes. So I'm going to draw.
And you can name your shapes.
Yeah, because you're creating them, right? So,
Mine is gonna be mine are gonna be nonsense names like Nonagon.
oh, Nanakan is a real name.
Yeah, but still, it's kind of nonsense.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I'm drawing, and you use the types of lines to draw your freeform shapes. Wow. Okay. Okay. I don't think I have names for them. This is just going to be. So here are my freeform shapes. Kind of looks like.
I like it.
Yeah, I have some zigzag lines in there. So the kind of lines you see. Some curvy lines and wavy lines, all connected together. So I decided to put mine together. How are you doing yours? Wow.
Well, they
Okay.
aren't going to be nonsense names.
Okay. So let's show yours.
So this is mine. I called this one the Squid, and this one Batman, and this one Broken. It's like a broken shear.
So those are your shapes,
Yeah.
freeform shapes.
Actually, I'm going to name this one Broken Shear. I got to write it down.
Okay. All right. So now that we know about shapes, so we know lines, we know shapes. Let's see if we can tell the difference. What are the 2 types of shapes again?
Organic, what we just draw, or freeform shapes, or geometric.
What we just drew was freeform shapes, and then first we drew geometric shapes. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's see if the Mind Geniuses can tell the difference between the shapes. Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's play the game.
Organic or
Geometric. Let's see. Which one is it? Is
is
this
this
shape?
organic or geometric? In this game, you will get exactly 10 seconds to answer the question. Let's see, organic or geometric? Tick.
I think they know. Okay, so this is. I'm all at home too. Geometric. What geometric shape do we see?
An equilateral triangle with different types of equilateral triangles inside. You have won $1 million.
Don't wait for it. Oh my goodness. So this is a geometric shape with geometric shapes inside that create, what do we call that when things alternate and repeat? They alternate and repeat. Well, no, in figures and shapes, we call that a what? When it repeats over and over and over again? Starts with a P?
Pattern.
Yes.
Yes.
This is a pattern.
It's a
It creates a pattern.
forget it.
Next one.
Is this organic or
Geometric. You like that, huh? Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
okay. So,
I will give you 10 more seconds to.
I think you know. I think they
All
know.
right.
I think they're ready. These are great artists.
Do
Do do do do do do do do do. I think they. Okay.
It is organic.
Lots of free-form shapes in here. Oh my goodness! Look at that. That's amazing. It looks kind of like, I wonder, kind of looks like a key. This kind of looks like a pear. And oh my goodness, this is a lot of freeform
And that
shapes.
looks like a twister, like, yeah, that is a key.
Like a key.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Next one. Ooh.
Now this is difficult, people. It gets harder every time.
But they got it.
Yeah.
These are great.
Is it organic or
Geometric.
what is wrong with geometric?
Which one is it? I see so many lines. Look at the lines. I see diagonal lines here. Straight lines here. Look at that. Thick and thin lines. Okay.
The answer is. Geometric.
That was the sound of glass cracking.
Yeah.
So yes, this is full of geometric shapes for sure. And our
this
last
brings
one in
us
the
back
game.
to Witchy Torres!
Yes.
Our ancestor of
That's who we are honoring with this course, Witchy Torres, and this is one of his paintings.
So if you don't get this right, you are failing him.
No, you're not. You're not.
You see how it like-
We honor him every time we do our best, and that's all that matters. Yes. So Witchy Torres.
So is this organic or geometric?
This is, I want to say, and I see types of lines in here too. Let's see. I think it is organic.
It is both, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, well, we see a little bit of both, but I see a lot of just free form shapes more than anything. You see some geometric shapes too?
Yeah.
Where do you see geometric shapes?
Yeah.
You can use,
Okay, so that's a
you can use
curved
this
line.
pointer. This here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Curved line.
Well, we see lines, but I mean
Oh, yeah.
shapes.
Oh,
So
no.
we- Yeah.
Organic is correct!
Organic is
You
correct.
have not failed Witchy Torres
Yes.
and have earned $1 million in your bank account.
I don't know where you're getting this $1 million. Please don't believe her. There is no $1 million. Okay. So now that we have done our freeform shapes, our geometric shapes, now we're ready to get started on our trivia. So everyone can. Let's see if everyone has their work from last week. Do you have yours from last week?
Yes.
Okay. So every
I
week
do.
we're going to add more to
Oh,
it. Okay.
No. No.
There it is.
Yeah.
So I have mine from last
Bam.
week. And it's just starting. I have my
This
lines.
is mine.
We were doing our lines. And now we're going to add shape, right?
Yes.
Okay. So
And the
every
shape is.
money genius can decide which, because why are there two different ones? Why are there two different ones?
Because you can pick which one is your inspiration.
And both of them are by.
Witchy Torres.
Now, do you remember the name of the stream?
Flamboyant.
And where is Witchy Torres from?
Puerto Rico.
Now, how did the flamboyant tree get to Puerto Rico? What is the more than likely what's the theory of how it got to Puerto Rico? Because where is it originally from? Flamboyant.
Africa.
But do you remember what country? Starts with an M.
An M?
There was a movie about it. Yep. There's a movie named after it. We were just talking about the movie in the car. There's a cartoon movie named after this African country. The island.
Oh, the island of
Madagascar.
Oh,
yes! How did you forget?
Madagascar! It's
The
not a part
movie.
of Africa.
Yes, it
a
is.
separate one.
It is a part of Africa. Yes,
Wow.
people forget about Madagascar, but it is absolutely a part of Africa, and it is an island off of the southeastern coast. So Madagascar is a country that this tree is actually from. How do you think it got all the way to Puerto Rico?
Because when our ancestors were in slavery,
They were brought over, and they probably brought over some seeds. So this tree blooms where? What kind of climate?
hot, very, very hot.
Tropical.
climate.
We actually have some where we live, near where we live. So you can choose which one inspires you. I'm going to choose this top one. What about you?
I'm going to choose the bottom
Okay.
because
So,
it's tinier.
What shapes do we see? Do we see some organic and geometric shapes?
In my
here?
picture, in the picture I chose, I see tiny circles.
Okay. You also see some free-form shapes in there, in these flowers. And here I see some, these are like curved lines, and it's almost like ovals a little bit in the tree. So I'm going to draw my shape so you can use whichever one you want as inspiration to draw your
Okay,
image.
I cannot draw all those little dots.
Just do your best. We don't say can't, we just do our best, right? Yeah, okay.
I
Just
am going to do
erase
the same.
gently, please. You're shaking the table. Thank you. Okay, and I'm going to draw my best. Should it look exactly like what you Taurus painting?
No, not at all.
Not at all. We're all our own artists, so it should be your best, not his best. He did his best. We have to do our own best.
I think
Okay.
I like the ovals more.
Okay, you're going to switch it up?
Yep.
Okay, you have that right. So I'm going to draw.
It's like kind of igloos, I guess. I don't know.
Mhm. So I have my shapes there. Where else do we see shapes in these paintings? Where else do we see shapes in these paintings? We see some, these are like freeform shapes in the clouds.
Yeah.
And then here,
And in the horizon, we see a bumpy road. like-
here's some freeform shapes in the background there in this one. So you can draw the shapes you see. I can't wait to see the Money Geniuses art and what they draw. Mhm.
All right.
You feel good? Oh, I love yours.
All right. I think I'm gonna do.
Okay. There. I think I'm ready with my shapes. And then maybe
Me
some
too.
freeform shapes in the clouds. I'm going to add in the background for that blue shape.
Hold on, I'm gonna draw a line at the top of my paper because there's no stopping point at
Okay.
my paper.
So these are freeform shapes in the background.
Well,
Here.
I think I'm just gonna save it. I can just paint it blue and white.
Okay. I'm going to save it for the next element.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's share. Let's see what everyone has.
Wait, we do one more.
I love. So this
All
is
right.
what I was able to do. My freeform shapes with that. Well, these are more like flattened ovals. The shapes,
Semicircles.
semicircles. They are kind of like
And
semicircles.
this is
Oh,
mine.
I love that. I love
And
that
little zigzag
interpretation.
lines in the grass.
Mhm.
The bumpy horizon. And those ones.
Very nice, very nice. And I can't wait to see everyone else's. Let's see what they did.
All right.
Okay, so we have that. We're going to save this because next week is when we finish it.
When
we
we-
add the final element. Don't tell them the next element.
Oh.
Too late. So we have those first. So what is the first element of art that we discussed last week?
Line.
Lines. And the other element of art we discussed this week?
Shape.
Shapes. And now it's time for
The quiz.
The quiz.
Lord.
I was going to say the free draw.
Yeah.
So you can draw your own design using any shapes or lines that you
And
want.
this
I'm going
time-
to continue with my shapes here
Oh.
that I drew. And then I'm going to add some geometric shapes, add some other freeform shapes, and we'll see what we have.
Yes.
So let's see, and we're going to add, you can also add color if you choose to add color, that's fine. I'm going to do that. Okay. And there we go. And we're going to do wavy lines, and I'm going to add some. What shapes are you adding?
I am adding freeform shapes.
Okay. And I'm adding some freeform and geometric shapes. What shapes are you all adding at home? What kind of shapes do you have?
I'm adding different types of lines, but I'm doing freeform organic shapes.
I wonder what kind of shapes Amiri will add, and Jalen and Charles. I wonder what kind of shapes
And
they will add.
Langston.
Yeah, I wonder what kind of shapes they will add.
All right.
Oh, Kayumi, I wonder what kind of shape she will add.
Or
There's some
Xavier.
great artists in there. Let's see. Okay. And so mine. All right, let's check in and see what everybody was able to do.
This is mine.
Okay, let's get up close. Oh, this almost looks like a tunnel.
Yes,
You add
it is.
those shapes. And what kind of lines are those?
Those are
They go like that.
wavy lines, spiral lines. The tunnel one is the spiral lines. And curvy lines.
All in there. Yeah, these are very nice.
And I also have some zigzag lines. Your fingers are.
Oh, okay, so you did mostly freeform shapes.
Yes.
I have. Oh, okay. I wanted to add. You just reminded me of something I wanted to add in here. Okay, I have a series of different shapes. I have some freeform shapes and some geometric shapes. And the thing is, you can't mess up because what?
There are no mistakes in art.
There are no mistakes in art. So whatever you do, you can just turn
Especially
it
in
into
freeform.
something
There's
else.
definitely no mistakes in freeform.
You can turn it horizontally, you can turn it vertically, you can turn it diagonally, any way you want. And if you want, you can go ahead and add color if you want. We're going to talk about that next week, but you can go ahead and add that. But yes,
I'm gonna wait.
you can create. You're going to wait. Me too. I'm going to wait too, so I can learn more about that. But next week, what do they need to bring? What do they need to bring?
The same materials, basically, and the flamboyant outline
Bring your
they
flamboyant
did.
outline.
from
Okay.
this.
And you can bring all of the free art that you did because we're going to add the third element to it next week.
I wonder what it is.
Oh, you haven't given that away.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us.
Bye. Please subscribe.
See you next week.
See you.